I've just taken the top off. This is the one that last week I put this brood, this kind of extra brood chamber on top of this one, because this was full up, lots and lots of cat bees, obviously just about to hatch. They need somewhere to go. They need, there needs to be room for them to grow until the cells are cleaned out, polished with propolis, and then the queen can relay in those empty cells. So what's interesting, I don't know if it's in camera shot, but I left this on the floor in front of the hive. This was literally full up to about halfway with honey. There's a few dead bees in there, but when I said they've got work, that I'll leave that then to try and find some, give them some work to do. The point of that, sorry, I'm just going to set this up. The point of that was, they've taken the honey in. They don't eat it. Sorry, they don't eat it. They utilise it. You know, they want to make the colony stronger. They want to grow. So what they're doing, they use that honey in there. They take it in there in their honey tummy, and then they secrete it, change it, turn it into wax, into little wax flakes, which they then start to draw out. So in this top one, this is all clean frames, all brand new foundation frames, which I bought from the shop. It's been drawn out already. There's no eggs been laid in it. It's a really good sign. So there's lots of bees in there. I've trapped them in there. I've never done a brood because I've got the queen excluder on top. So what I'd be careful of is that when I lift this box off, the queen's not in there, because this queen excluder is normally on the bottom. So they've got like a big area for her to lay in case she comes up. I suspect this will get really heavy, but you know, like I say, it's a learning thing. So I haven't been through this bit yet. So there's lots and lots of sticky propolis. I've tried to get the sun in the right position this time. Can you see that gleaming? That's all nectar from plants. Different pollen. On the edge of the kind of brood, on the edge of the colony, they kind of put their stores, really, their extra stores. The protein which they give to the new bees, they normally keep that right near the new eggs, near the brood. The protein tends to be more into all the pollen, but they put it out on the edge as well. Obviously, if there's lots going on, go towards the dark side. So it's like a biscuity cat. So all these are going to hatch. These will all hatch soon. 21 days. All these. So these are days away. So these have been capped at between days 8 and 9. So it's like 11 days later. A load of this was in here last week. So it's like another 7 days. So yeah. So this will all be out. Can you see the brood in there? So this is this is quite heavy. What's going on there? I'll give a little puff. I'm going to be quite quick with this one because I don't want to overstay my welcome. I'm mainly just looking for health. This is completely sealed, so doing this film is quite good because I've never done this before. With the 2 brood chambers, it'd be interesting to see how it all pans out over the next few weeks. There's a little bee emerging there, look. You're the first people to see that. So they'll come out, they'll be all fluffy. I'll just try and help them. I don't want to damage the other. There's another little bee trying to get out here. So they're like little fluffy teddy bears. Come on, out you come. There we go. Brand new bee, look, just emerged. Oh, it's a drone. It's a drone. So it's bigger and fatter. So this drone here it's the kind of sign of spring and summer, you know. Obviously these cells are big, I should have known that. But the drone is normally on the bottom. So the kind of this bee will need a bit of time to so it'll just get fed. A little bit of time to kind of just settle down into the colony, but it won't do any work. It'll just be there purely in readiness to find a new queen, new virgin queen. There's lots of propolis in this hive. It's like a pale pollen. So this down here is this is called brace comb, because the bees they do like an extension off the bottom of the frame. This is where the drone are normally laid. There's a thing called varroamite, which kind of lives on the bees. They can cause a lot of disease. But what they do is the varroa prefer the drone, because the drone takes 24 days to hatch, so they spend longer. So if I open up a few of these, you'll find little brown like mites. Anyway, so what you do is a form of disease control. When this is all sealed, I'll cut this off, and I'll take a load of obviously I'll lose the drone, but I'll take a lot of the varroamite out. But obviously I'm not going to, if I say for instance I've got a virgin queen or a new queen, I don't want to, I'll kind of leave it in there and reduce the varroa a different way, but that's the most natural way. And I've got chickens, so they absolutely love this. It's like they're, I don't know, McDonald's or I don't know, whatever they like. Chicken crack, I don't know, whatever. But they absolutely love the little bugs, and there's nothing funnier than when you see a little bird or a hen or something peck their beak in there and pull out a giant grub. They absolutely can't believe it. They're just what the. I need to speed up. I'm waffling. I just see the queen then. Just flew round this side. I just saw it disappear. There she is, back down around again. See the queen? Very active. Little my queen, apart from the Cornish one's yellow. I need to get the proper pen for the colouring. You see her? Right, I'll just quickly check for any cups. I'm scoring the honey because I want it out of here really. I want it gone. Well, that's new nectar, I'll keep that. This is all nectar, all from the plant. So this nectar, they'll keep fanning it with their wings, reduce the water content in it, and then they cap it, and that's when it becomes honey. So at the moment, that's nectar from flowers, trees, whatever. So that's all from that's the nectar, and then when the water is at the right content, they cap it, and then it just lasts forever, years. All nectar. That's fresh nectar. Right, I'm going to seal this up quick. I'm going to shut the video down. Hopefully this week wasn't too long. Week 2 this is.